Today we're going to create buttons that will move a cell selection backwards and forwards, up and down. It will give us an understanding of how to select cells in VBA. So as you can see here, as I am clicking on my mouse, I am selecting cells. Well, what if I could create a little button that would move those cells selections where I wanted them? So the way to do this is, firstly, we need to go to our Developer tab. Click on that, and what we're going to do is we're going to go into Design Mode. And to click into Design Mode, we actually need to go Insert. And Insert, we need to insert a little button, a command button, and we're just going to create that button there. And as you can see, it says Embed Forms command button up there. Don't touch any of that, and just click out of that command button. If I select that button and I press Ctrl C, I can unselect that button or deselect that button and press Ctrl V, and I've created a new button. I can do that again and one more time. I do want 4 buttons, so I select those buttons and I move those buttons so that they look very much like a grid here. So what we're going to do is we're going to have each of these buttons selected to move the cells. So if we start here with this one, if we right click it and we go down to Command Button Object and go to Edit, click that, we can actually now change the caption in there, and in this case we're going to call this Up. If you go down to this one and do the same thing, Command Button Object, Edit, we are now going to delete all of that and call it Down. This one here, Command Button Object, Edit, Right. Whoops, we'll just delete all of that. Right. And again, right click, Command Button Object, and we're going to call this one Left. Now you can see that we are in Design View. If I double click any of these, I go into the VBA editor. So I'm going to do that now. Double click, and as you can see up here, we've got private sub command button 1 click. And from here I can enter my code into this point. Okay, so up here I can start programming again. Now if I use an inverted comma, anything after that will not be part of the programming on that line. It will actually be written in green. So I'm going to write select the next cell. And if I press enter, you'll notice it's immediately in green. The next part is the part where I'm going to be programming. So if I press Control spacebar, it comes up with a whole lot of words here, and these are, if I click through them, you'll see that there's a whole lot of different ones that I can use. But if I write SELE, you'll see how it goes to the word select or selection or send keys or send keys. What I want is selection. So double click on that and it immediately fills in the word over here. Now I need to write dot, and the next thing is the offset feature, and the offset feature will actually take things and move things around from where my selected cell is. So I'm going to use the word offset, O-F-F-E-S-E-T, offset, O-F-F-S-E-T, and I open my brackets, and now I've got to put 2 numbers, a 1 or a 0 in this case. So in this particular case, I'm actually going to put 1, 0. Close the brackets, press a dot, and again I can put SELECT. So that is the function that actually selects that offset cell next to the selection. I'm just going to go down there and I'm going to run that. And how I can run that is I can run that over here at this run little button. And you'll notice how down here, there is my cell selected. And as I run that, watch what happens down there. Cancel. Run. And you'll notice it went down. So I could call that select the next cell down. So that went down when the 1 was there. If I went -1 here, it would go up. So I can prove that by just putting a -1 in there and running that. Here we go. And you'll see it went up. I can also make it go to the right and to the left by, if I make this one 0 and this one 1, watch what happens now. I just click in there, press right, see there? And if I go -1 and run that again, you'll see how it's gone there. So what we're going to be doing is we're going to be making it go down. So what we're going to do is we're going to put that as a 1, put this as a 0. We're going to test that. See, it's going down now. And now I click out of there. And so wherever I select that cell, this one is the one that it is, but if I click it, see how it's going down now? Really, it should have gone up. So how do I do that? I can go back into design mode, click on that, double click it, and we're going to make that one go up. So we're going to put it in -1 there. Close out of there. I'm still in design mode. I'm going to make this one go down. So if I double click that and I put in, you'll see how the first one came up there. So I can actually select all of that text there. Press Control C. Go over here, press that in there, so I've already got it, and this time I want it to be +1, so I've just deleted that, and now that I'll change that to going, that one's for down, this one here is for going up. Get out of there, I can double click this one, and again this one's for going left. So if I select that, I'm going to make that 0, make this one -1, this will go left now. And I can check that by just running it. So let's just move this over here. So there's my selection. Double click. Let's have a look. There it is. Okay, so again I'll select that one, make sure I'm still in design mode, right click, double click, and select this one, press Control C, and I'm going to make that +1, and this is for going right. I can run that. Okay, and as you can see now, there's our programming. So if I go out of there, out of design mode, so I'm not in design mode, it's not grayed out. If I select anywhere here, if I click on this left one, it'll go left. If I click on this right one, it'll go right. If I click on the up, it'll go up. If I click on the down, it will go down. Thank you.